Government has a 20-year plan, and President Jacob Zuma's adamant we're sticking to it. That big strategy is the National Development Plan that spells out how government should tackle poor education, poverty, crime, and create 11 million jobs in the next 2 decades. Building roads, railways, dams, schools and clinics is largely how they plan to do it. It's been lauded by all quarters, but analysts warn that the widespread corruption in the public sector is the biggest obstacle. Zuma says the additional funding of 150 million rand for law enforcement agencies to fight corruption shows government's commitment to stamping out graft. He then called on the private sector to approach the war against corruption as seriously as government. While he can't ignore the Marikana tragedy and the turmoil plaguing the mining sector, the president believes they've made great strides to restore faith in the industry. But he did warn a review of mining taxes is on the cards.
Later this year, the Minister of Finance will be commissioning a study of our current tax policies to make sure that we have an appropriate revenue base to support public spending. Part of this study will evaluate the current mining royalties regime with regard to its ability to suitably serve our people.
The recent spate of violent labour and service delivery protests has forced government to take a harder line.
I have instructed the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security Cluster to put measures in place with immediate effect to ensure that any incident of violent protest are acted upon, investigated and prosecuted. Courts will be allocated to deal with such cases on a prioritized role.
In the aftermath of public outrage sparked by the brutal murder and rape of Anine Boysen, Zuma listed several government councils and bills aimed to protect women and children. He also touched on another hot topic, the country's ever-growing education crisis. To this end, he's instructed the Basic Education Department to set up a task team to strengthen the maths, science and technology strategy. Paula Charles, Parliament.